What a week, what a week, what a week we've had. Man, that last video, guys, I really think we had a real breakthrough because, you know, I wanted to talk to you guys in a person. You know, this isn't, record scratch, this is not just about markers. This is about me communicating with you and you communicating with me and us creating something bigger than ourselves, right? So, you know, it's great that we have these conversations, but of course, please stick around for the marker reviews, right? So, you know, it was very heartening to see some of y'all really coming through and being like, wow, you know, I am the master of my own world. I am the one who's gonna make sure I'm happy or not. You know, that's what I'm hearing from you guys, and that's fantastic because I know a lot of you guys, like I said, a lot of young people fall into graffiti because they're angry at the world and they think everything's screwed up. And it is, don't get me wrong, it is screwed up, you know, but that doesn't mean you can't be happy. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean you can't enjoy your life, you know, and that's why I really wanted to talk about that whole nihilism thing, you know, because, and there's multiple types of nihilism. You know what I mean? I'm specifically talking about one type, the kind where you reach a level of despair that can't be broken through. So, you know, and I want you guys to know that, you know, don't worry about the world, focus on you, do your art, be awesome, just don't sweat it. Cause we got markers and stuff to review, right? We got things to create and things to do, you know, and it just worries me that so many young people are starting out life already feeling despair, and that's really no way to go through life. It really is no way. You know, I was young and I was very, very angry at the world and stuff too, but instead of, you know, becoming a NEET and shutting in or you know, joining some fringe group, if you will. I mean, I associated with a lot of fringe groups, don't get me wrong. I've existed on the margins of society my whole life. It's really the best place to be. But I'm still an individual, you know, and that's really the one thing is I want to talk about is like you are an individual, you are in control of your happiness, you are the one who's going to make your life better. So get your ass in gear and go do it. What was it that Devo said? If you got a problem, you got to whip it, baby. Just whip it. Whip it into shape. Straightforward. Go ahead. It's not too late to crack that whip. So I had a lot of really great feedback about the most recent video. We're talking about the creek markers and the unis and stuff like that. And, you know, most of the graffiti kids tend to agree with me. I think my analysis was on point. I think we covered quite a few scenarios where you would be using these markers. Nevertheless, I did get some detractors replying to me on Instagram saying how much they love the creek markers and they're so great in this circumstance and that circumstance. I'm sure they are. I didn't say that you shouldn't buy them. I just said I wouldn't buy them for what I do or what I would like to do. And a lot of our customers love graffiti, and when they buy something like this, they're expecting to at least try to use it in a graffiti scenario. You know what I mean? And that's where I think the fault was in this marker. Fine art on paper, probably sure it's fine, but there's a lot of markers that work really good on paper. I mean, Posca, One for All, those are great paper markers. So I guess the next question goes, where does this fit in? I honestly don't know. Like I said, there are people who love this marker, a lot of people who love them, but I'm just not one of them. Uni, FTW. So we're gonna be doing a video with the Marabu Easy Dip stuff, and for those of you who don't know, it's a new product that we just got. You know, I'm really trying to expand and get us out to other realms, try new things. And so I'm sure some of you are wondering what the heck this stuff is. And for those who don't know, dipping is all the rage these days. It's, you know, really, I would say really got popular in automotive first. But the crafting ladies have been finding out about it, and they've been dipping all kinds of crafty stuff with their mixed media art and stuff like that. Man, I'm telling you, crafter ladies, graffiti people, we have so much in common, you wouldn't believe it. We're both mixed media artists. And they're both types of art that anybody could jump into. You don't need formal training, you know what I'm saying? Really cool stuff. Truly, truly the real proletariat in the art world. But anyway, so about these Marabus, they're a set that comes, I think they come with 6. Yeah, they come with 6 in the set. It's an oil-based product. You go ahead and get a nice vessel of water. You put your dip in there, you take your little stir stick and do your little latte swirls, dip your product, pull it out, and you got yourself a whole new thing. So you're gonna see that in just a second. Now, to keep this kind of interesting and also appeal to the graffiti world, I went ahead and elected to add some other products to the mix too. So we're gonna be doing the Molotow Liquid Chrome on top of this to see how they go with each other. I thought it'd be kind of nice. So we'll do a quick little piece, a little SKA for my buddy SKA, or Ska1 or SK, I'm sorry, forgive me. I think he writes SKA, not Ska. But if it's Ska, what's up, rude boy? What's up? But I think it's still kicking ass. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and mess with this, and I'll see you guys at the artist table. All right, guys, so a lot of you have been asking about these Easy Marble kits. You know, we've been featuring them on the Instagram and, you know, just trying to show people, like, you know, all the different types of things that we can carry here and the different ways you can expand what you're doing here with your artwork. And so what the Easy Marble kit is a oil-based dipping material that you can use to dip pretty much anything that you have that's hard. Plastic, metal, acrylic, whatever. Check this out. This is the applicator right here. It's an oil-based material. For example, look, I dipped this thing. In fact, I dipped it twice. I dipped this rail car twice. You see the detail right there? You can see that it's been double dipped, and that's going to make for an interesting piece. In fact, we're going to write on this in this video. But here, check this out. Check this out. Look, I even dipped this mop. We're just dipping everything over here. We're just crazy about the dips. The dip, doo, baby. But, you know, it's very durable, doesn't seem to crack easily on the plastic, very flexible. So think about it with your dunnies or whatever that you're doing. Possibilities are endless. Now, people be asking me about these trains that I'm picking up. You can pick up these trains at any old hobby store. If you got a model train store locally, I'm sure someone sold off all their kit to the shop. You know, shops always have used equipment in there, and oftentimes there's common stuff like these old Tycos. They're super cheap. Look, I got this one for $2.50. Look what this Rock Island car, $2.50. I mean, killer deals. Use this for your art, guys. You don't need to just play trains. You can play art and then play trains, right? All right, so let's get on to the video. Here's what you're gonna need to get started. You're gonna need a vessel of water, preferably much larger than the thing you're dipping. This is gonna be cutting it close, but it's the only vessel I have here. So we'll be dipping that bad boy in there. Check it out, Katie serves the Southwest well. So what I'm gonna try to do is just dip the lower half as best as I can, because I wanna keep this in the NKT. I'll probably go over the numbers. Hopefully the railroad guys won't get too mad at me about that. Oh, and then also you're gonna need your Marabu inks, of course, and some type of stir stick or something to do your little, your latte lines, if you will. You baristas will know what I'm talking about in just a hot second. So let's go ahead and get cracking. I'm gonna go ahead and use some nice contrasting colors here. Let's start out with the blue. Go ahead and dip a fair amount in there. Maybe some over here, some over there. Well, that's nice. It's already starting to change a bit. Let's start with this teal. This isn't in the kit. You'll have to buy that one separately, I believe. How about some yellow? I know the train is yellow, but you know, we're just having a little fun here. Maybe a little red in the middle of that. How about some green in there? There we go. Ooh, funky, funky. Okay, you don't want to go too crazy. I've already made that mistake. If you put too much going on in there, it tends to muddy it up, and I think that's what's going to happen with this one, but that's half the fun. You never know what you're going to do, right? Dude, it's like a mushroom trip, bro. All right, let's go ahead and dip it in. Now, I'm just going to dip it in on the bottom here, like I said. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. All right, I'm getting nervous, guys. You ready to do this? I'm so nervous. All right, let's try it. Dip. All right, and I'm only gonna dip it to that point, and I'm gonna pull it out real quickly. Oh, that's sick. Look at that, guys. That's gonna be my backdrop for a future video. I can't paint on it now, guys. I can't paint on it now because it's too wet. But I made a perfect line across the side. Do you guys see that right there? It's like perfect. So now we can do like a piece over that, and that'll be our background for it. Man, that's super cool. All right, let's go ahead and let that sit for a few days. You will want this to sit for at least 2 days. It is extremely, extremely oil-based. It will take a while to dry. But man, that's beautiful. Look at that, guys. You didn't even have to do graffiti on it. Just call it as is. Just be like, yo, that's my piece, son. But no, we'll do more with this. So in a future video, expect to see that going. Man, that is super cool. Isn't that great, guys? Look at that. Look how quickly I did that. All right, let's set that aside. Let's try and push this off to the edge here. Make a new mix. If you just push the oil off to the edge, it'll stick to the sides, and you have a fresh template to work with. All right, let's go ahead and put some more yellow in here. Some red. Better red than dead, man. Some blue. Oh, and that lovely turquoise in the middle. All right, we're gonna do a full immersion dip with this one, guys. Full immersion dip. Let's throw some white in there too, just for contrast. All right, you guys ready for a full immersion dip? Do your latte lines. Get them latte lines in there. Ooh, don't mix it too much. Don't mix it too much. Let's try this Burlington Northern car. Let's try that one out. And I think I like this part right here. Let's go ahead. Oh, take the tag off the back because you will get it on the back. They say to do this rather quickly, and I'm probably taking too long, but that's okay. Dip it in. Pull it out. Wow, look at that. Look at that, guys. Get all the water off. Look, you can even still see the Burlington Northern logo inside of there too. You guys see that? Look at the yellow. It turned into like a cit green because the yellow is kind of transparent. So that's pretty wild, man. Again, this is still very wet, so we're gonna have to wait for it to dry. We'll have to wait for it to dry. Hey, look what I did to my hand. Woo, trippy. You should probably wear gloves when doing this. And I know you're tempted to dip your whole arm in there, but remember it is oil-based. Probably not a good idea, but you know, I just gotta say, don't try it at home, but I know it's not gonna stop you, so you do you. Let's go ahead and start drawing on it. I got this liquid chrome right here. I thought it'd be a good way to contrast with the colors, right? Wouldn't that be cool? So I'm gonna do a middle panel because I don't like the green part a lot, but I like what's going on over here. So I don't wanna go over that too much. So I'll probably start around right here, end right here. Short letters. All right, I think that's good enough. Quick little straight letter ska on that bad boy. A few little thoughts here. A few little thoughts. Been using this what is this? Nature white instead of the regular white, and I gotta tell you, I really like the way it covers. I don't have any scientific proof to say it's better, obviously, but I like the look of it. I like the way it covers. I think I'm definitely gonna be using it more in videos, so definitely see more of that. Another thing too is when you're going to be using this Marabu material, make sure you clear coat it before putting another layer of something like liquid chrome or anything else that might have some kind of solvent in it, because even the alcohol stuff will react with the Marabu product, I've noticed. Tested it on a few other things. So make sure you put a layer of clear coat. I think I covered that earlier. The Molotow clear coat seems to be working pretty well. You can try other brands. I'm sure Krylon does well too. I think we have that on the site as well. But not too shabby, not too shabby. This is a great technique. I look forward to trying it again, and I look forward to seeing what you guys do with this, opening up the idea for you, if you will. Now, as far as the Marabu stuff, seems to hold its own pretty well. You don't need to clear coat it, but for situations like this, definitely do. Now, in some circumstances, I'm getting a very, very smooth finish with the Marabu on this one is extremely smooth. This one came out a little bit rougher, and I don't know if that's because there's little micro bubbles forming and maybe I need a tamp to pick up the whole vessel and just kind of go and see if I can maybe remove some of those micro bubbles. That might be my fault. This is only my 3rd or 4th time using the stuff, so forgive me. Maybe some Marabu experts can chime in, but I will tell you that the technique is very interesting. The way you can get these kind of flowy, weird little, latte swirls and stuff, really, really cool. It's definitely opening up my ideas for all kinds of stuff. I mean, look at this, isn't that cool? Now, would I buy this? Yeah, absolutely. I think they're only like $9 for this kit. So you're getting quite a bit for your money because the kit lasts quite a long time. And you can marble more than just these freight cars. I mean, check this out. Look at this. This was done with the Marabu marbling stuff, the foam ball. You can marble all kinds of things, man. Look at this mop. Now, I mean, this doesn't really do anything for the performance of the mop, but it's just an artistic endeavor, Let's try it out and see if we can marble it. And it sticks, it's very flexible. So think about that. Vinyl toys, models, Xbox controller, I mean, pretty much anything you can marble with this stuff. Just make sure if it's going to be handled a lot to use a lot of clear coat. Also, make sure if you're putting a solvent product over it, make sure you clear coat it with something. Because this will activate on that. So I guess that's pretty much it. So why don't we go to the outro and say our goodbyes till the next video, and I'll see you guys in a second. Hey, not too shabby, right? Nice and shiny. You got the dip in there. Came out pretty good. I definitely will be using this again. And it's only like $9 for the set, so you can't beat it. Killer deal. You're gonna get a lot of use out of that too. I mean, think of the huge vessels you can put. I mean, I'm using a very small vessel to do this, but if you had like one of those big oil pan things for cars, filled it with water and done this with it, you could probably dip your guitar or whatever with this stuff. Just make sure you let it fully cure, and make sure before you put something over it, put a clear coat on that. You feel me? Make sure you clear coat that stuff. But man, check that out, man. We're trying new stuff all the time, man. And I want you to be trying new stuff. That's what I want to see, is you guys out there trying new stuff. So anyways, let's go ahead and close this video. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you had a lot of fun watching it with me. And but I'll be seeing you boys soon. And remember, if you ever need anything, just call your man, 206-365-4083. Again, 206-365-4083. That's correct. That's me, GR. You can call me at ArtPrimo. You could also email me, Dan, D-A-N, at artprimo.com. I'll reply back to you. Good times, my friends, good times. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you guys later.